Welcome to Yoga for Seniors with Jane Addams, filmed in the beautiful Bibler Gardens in Kalispell, Montana. This DVD has 3 sections with different levels of difficulty to meet the varying needs and abilities of people over 70. Level 1 is done all sitting in a chair and emphasizes gentle range of motion exercises to keep the joints healthy and to gently stretch and strengthen the muscles. All of the movements are safe, simple, and easy to follow. Level 2 alternates sitting in a chair with standing alongside a chair. Most of the standing poses and all of the balances are done holding onto the chair for stability. There are a wide variety of movements that will stretch and strengthen the entire body, and many easy balances to keep the feet, ankles, and legs strong and to improve balance. Level 3 also alternates sitting in a chair with standing, but is an overall stronger, longer, and more challenging practice than Level 2. More time is spent on the standing poses, and more challenging options are offered for the balances. Level 3 is broken down into 6 shorter sections to give you more flexibility in your practice. All of the sections emphasize good posture and full deep breathing, and strive to improve functional fitness, working the muscles and joints most needed in everyday life. They all end with a 3-minute relaxation and meditation. If you're not sure which level is best for you, start with the easier level. And if all 3 levels are too easy for you, you may prefer one of my gentle yoga DVDs. I'm happy to do a straight exchange for you, and you'll find my contact information in the credits section. My goal with this DVD is to help you remain active and independent and feeling good well into old age, and I want you to have the best DVD for you. Thank you. All you need for this yoga program is a sturdy, stable chair that will not slip on the floor. It should have a fairly firm seat and back, although light upholstery is fine. For levels 2 and 3, make sure it has a high enough back that you can easily hold on to it when you're doing standing balances. For level 3, you may want to have a second chair for added stability during the 3rd standing sequence. Wear comfortable, non-restrictive clothing. I'm wearing yoga tights, but you can wear whatever comfortable clothes you already have. You can either have bare feet, which I strongly recommend for level 3, or you can wear shoes that have a flat sole, that give your feet good support, and that allow your toes to move. If at any time during this practice you feel lightheaded or dizzy or simply tired, stop, sit down, and just take a rest. It's fine if you don't do all the repetitions, and feel free to skip any exercises that you simply don't feel like doing or don't like. Make this a practice that you enjoy doing. Thank you for practicing with me, and I hope you enjoy it. Sit all the way back in your chair and sit up as tall as you can. Rest your hands on your thighs. Relax your shoulders down and lift and broaden your chest, sitting tall. Feel your natural breath flowing into your lungs and flowing back out. Gently start deepening your breath. Bring your breath all the way down into the base of your lungs. Fill your lungs and exhale completely. Take several full, smooth breaths. Sitting tall with good posture and full, deep breathing is one of the most important aspects of our yoga practice. It gives our lungs the room they need for getting plenty of oxygen, so our bodies work more efficiently, we think more clearly, and we just feel better. Now lift your shoulders up, roll them back, lower them down, bring them forward and up and back and down, making big shoulder rolls. Then go the other direction, working your shoulders strongly. And then relax your shoulders down. Bring your arms to your sides and start making little circles. Gradually make bigger circles. If you want, raise your arms a little bit more each time, working your shoulders more strongly. Make a couple of big circles. And then let the circles be smaller and smaller. Then go the other direction, starting with little tiny circles and gradually making bigger circles. Make a couple of big circles and then let them be smaller again. And relax your hands. Now lift one of your legs up to the front and lower down. Lift your other leg up and lower. Keep lifting one leg up and then the other. Lift your leg as high as you can, so you're strongly working the muscles on the front of your thighs and your knee joints. Strong thighs and healthy knees are so important for so many things we do, like getting up and down from chairs, getting in and out of cars. And then let your legs relax. Then just sit up as tall as you can and take a nice full breath. Lift up one of your hands and make soft little circles with your wrist. And then go the other direction. Then open your hand wide, stretching your fingers, and squeeze your hand tight. Open wide and squeeze. Open wide and squeeze. Then lift your other hand up and make soft little circles with your wrist. Go the other direction. Then open your hand wide, stretching your fingers, and squeeze your hand tight. Open wide and squeeze. Open wide and squeeze. And relax your hand down. Sit up as tall as you can. Draw your shoulders back and lift and broaden your chest, arching your spine. Lift your gaze up just a tiny bit. Then relax back to a neutral spine. Now we'll do that movement with the breath. As you inhale, pull your shoulders back, lift and broaden your chest, and exhaling, relax back to a neutral spine. Inhaling, lift and broaden your chest, pulling your shoulders back, and exhale back to a neutral spine. Inhale, lift your chest, working your back muscles. Exhale back to neutral, and then do one more with your breath. Then just sit tall and take a nice full breath. Bring your arms to the sides and rotate your shoulders, turning your palms out. Then rotate your shoulders, turning your palms back. And keep it going. Strongly rotating your shoulders, turning your palms back and out. If you like, raise your arms a little each time to more strongly work your shoulders. And then just keep the shoulder rotation going as you lower your arms back down. And rest your hands on your lap. Lift up one of your legs and strongly point your foot. Then flex your foot, pulling your toes towards you. And point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex. Then relax your foot down and lift your other leg up. Strongly point your toes. Then flex your foot, pulling your toes towards you. And point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex. And then lower your foot down. Now we'll do a similar movement with the arms. Bring your arms up to the front and point your fingers down, stretching the backs of your wrists. Then point your fingers up, stretching the fronts of your wrists. Point down and up and down and up and down and up. And then relax your hands down. Bring your arms up to the front, elbows shoulder width and shoulder height. Then bring your forearms over to the side and then to the other side. Go back and forth, strongly rotating your shoulders. Try to bring your forearms all the way parallel to the floor. And then relax your arms down. Sit forward in your chair and bring your feet right under your knees. Then heel toe your feet out to the side and heel toe your feet back together. Do this one more time, strongly working your ankles, calves, and shins. And sit back in your chair. Take a moment to simply sit up tall and take a nice full breath. Bring your arms out to the sides with your elbows shoulder height. Relax your shoulders down. Then press your arms back, working your upper back and opening your chest. Then bring your arms together and press your elbows together, working your chest. As you inhale, open your arms wide And exhaling, press your elbows together. Inhale, open. Exhale together. Inhale, open. And exhale together. And then relax your arms down. Now we're going to do a little work for the facial muscles. So first, make the biggest, happiest, silliest grin you can. Then make a surprised face, opening your eyes wide. Then pucker up for a big kiss. Then make chipmunk cheeks, puffing out your cheeks. Then stick your tongue out and roar like a lion. Then make a big, happy smile again. And just notice how you feel when you smile. Research shows that we actually feel better when we smile. Now pretend that you're getting your hands wet and then splash. Big, explosive movement, opening your hands as fast as you can. Then go to the side and to the other side, and then to the ceiling, and then to your face, and then relax your hands down. Now we're going to work the sides of our torso. Sit up very tall with your arms to the sides, and then tilt your torso to your left, dipping down your left shoulder, reaching your arm toward the floor. Then sit back tall and dip down over to the right. Sit up nice and tall, then tilt your torso to the left, and sit up tall and tilt your torso to your right. And come back up. Go to each side one more time. Keep your chest facing forward so you're just working the sides of your torso. Sit up nice and tall. Reach your left arm up as high as you can, as if you're trying to grab a rope, and then pull it down. Reach up with your right arm as high as you can, grab the rope, and pull it down. Now inhaling, reach your left arm up, and exhaling, pull your arm down. Inhale your right arm up, exhaling, pull your arm down. Inhaling, reach up, exhaling, pull down. Inhale, reach up, and exhaling, pull down. Then just sit tall and take a nice big breath. Now lift up one of your legs and rotate your ankle around. And then go the other direction, making big circles. Lower your foot down. Lift your other leg up and rotate your ankle around. Nice big circles. Go the other direction. And lower your foot down. Bring your arms to the front and start vigorously moving your fingers as if you're playing the piano. Then reach your arms over to one side, come back to center and to the other side, and back to center. Go again to the first side, sweep your arms over to the second side, keep moving your fingers vigorously, and then relax your hands down. Extend your arms out to the front and turn your palms to face up. Then bend your elbows and touch your fingers to your shoulders. Extend your arms out, touch your shoulders, extend out, touch your shoulders, extend out, and touch. Then keep your fingers on your shoulders and open your elbows out to the sides. Extend your arms out and touch your shoulders. Extend out and touch. Reach out and touch. And then relax your arms down. Now we're going to do a movement to strengthen your outer and your inner thighs and your upper body. Bring your hands to the outside of your thighs. Using your arms, try to squeeze your legs together, and at the same time, try to move your legs apart. Then release and bring your hands to your inner knees. Try to squeeze your legs together, and with your arms, try to move your legs apart. Then bring your hands back to the outsides. Try to move your legs apart as you try to squeeze your legs together using your arms. Then bring your hands to the insides. Try to squeeze your legs together as you use your arms to try to move your legs apart. Then relax, sit tall, and take a nice big breath. Bring one hand up to each opposite shoulder. Sit up as tall as you can, pretending that someone is lifting you up by your ears. Turn your torso to the left, working the sides of your waist and torso. Then come back to center and turn to your right, twisting your spine. Come back to center. Turn again to your left, and back to center, and to your right. Come back to center, and relax your arms down. Now bring up one of your hands and spread your fingers wide. Then touch your thumb to the base of your little finger, open wide, touch your index finger down, and open. Bring your middle finger down and open. Your ring finger and open, and then just your pinky and open. Then bring your other hand up and spread your fingers wide. Touch your thumb across and open. Bring your index finger down and open, middle finger, and open, ring finger, open, and then just your pinky, and open. Relax your hand down. Now we're going to do a stretch for our legs. Sit forward on your chair, bring your feet right under your knees, rest your hands on your thighs. Slide your right heel forward. Flex your foot, pulling your toes towards you, feeling a stretch in the back of your leg. Sit up as tall as you can and hinge at your hips, slowly coming forward with a long, straight spine until you feel a gentle stretch in the back of your leg. Pause and take a nice, full breath, feeling the stretch. Slowly come back up and bring your foot back in. Slide your left heel out. Flex your foot, pulling your toes towards you, stretching the back of your leg. Sit up very tall. Slowly hinge at your hips, bringing your torso forward until you feel a gentle stretch in the back of your leg. Pause and breathe. Then, moving slowly, come back up, bring your foot in, and sit back in your chair. Sit tall and rest your hands on your thighs. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders down so your neck is very long. Slowly lower your left ear towards your left shoulder until you feel a gentle stretch in the right side of your neck and the top of your right shoulder. Slowly bring your head back up. Very gently lower your right ear towards your right shoulder, feeling a little stretch in the left side of your neck and the top of your left shoulder. Slowly come back up. Sit very tall and then turn your head to your left until you feel a very gentle twist in through your neck. Keep your shoulders relaxing down. Slowly bring your head back to center and then turn your head to your right, feeling a very gentle twist and a stretch in through your neck. Slowly come back to center. Then let your head drop down, feeling a stretch in the back of your neck. Then bring your palm up to your forehead and use your arm to pick your head back up. Then sit all the way back in your chair and make yourself very comfortable for relaxation. Rest your hands on your thighs and let your arms relax. Close your eyes. Soften and relax your shoulders down. Bring your awareness into your face. Keep your lips together. Let your teeth part slightly and let your jaw go completely slack. Soften the muscles all around your eyes. Soften your cheeks and your forehead. Let your whole face become very soft and very relaxed. Soften your throat. Bring your awareness into your breath and feel your natural breath flowing in and flowing out. See if you can keep your mind gently focused on watching your breath. Watch the breath as it flows in through your nostrils, moves down into your lungs, and watch it flowing back out. Let your breath be very relaxed and easy, not trying to change your breath at all, but simply watching. This is the most basic and widespread form of meditation, simply watching the breath. When your mind wanders, as it will, just notice that and bring it back to watching the breath. We'll be here for about 1 minute. When you're ready, slowly bring your hands together at your heart. And if you like, bring to mind something you feel grateful for. Maybe a friend, a comfortable bed, or simply having clean air to breathe and water to drink. When we focus on what we feel grateful for, we tend to feel generally happier and more content with our lives. Thank you for practicing yoga with me. Have a wonderful day. Sit all the way back in your chair, sitting up as tall as you can. Relax your shoulders down and gently lift and broaden your chest. Take a big breath in, filling your lungs, and exhale completely. Take another big breath in, fill your lungs, and exhale, and one more time. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears, press your shoulders back, lower them down, bring them forward and up, back and down, making big shoulder rolls. And then go the other direction. And relax your shoulders down. Bring your arms out to the sides with your elbows bent. Press your elbows straight back, working your upper back and opening your chest. Then press your elbows together, working your chest. Inhaling, open your arms wide, pressing them back. And exhaling, press your elbows together. Inhale, open. Exhale together. Inhale, open. Exhale together. And then relax your arms down. Sit forward on your chair and bring your feet together right under your knees. Then heel toe your feet out to the side. And heel toe your feet back together. And again, walk your feet out, strongly rotating your feet and ankles. And walk them back together. And then sit back in your chair. Reach your left arm up, stretching up as high as you can. Pretend you're grabbing a rope and pull it down. Then reach up with your right arm as high as you can. Grab the rope and pull it down. Now inhaling, stretch your left arm up. And exhaling, pull down. Inhaling, reach your right arm up. And exhaling, pull down. And once more to each side, stretching high with your left arm and reaching up with your right arm. And then relax your hands down. Bring your hands to the front and start vigorously moving your fingers. Then reach your arms over to one side and then sweep your arms over to the other side. Go all the way over to the first side again and to the second side. Then relax your hands down on your lap. Sit forward on your chair. Rest your hands on your thighs. Then slide your hands forward, rounding your back. Let your head drop down. Then sit up tall. Pull your shoulders back, lift your chest up, arching your spine. Then round your spine, sliding your hands forward. And arch your spine, pulling your shoulders and your elbows back. Round your spine, sliding your hands forward. And arch your spine, lifting your chest. Then round your spine. And sit up and sit back in your chair. Bring your arms up to the front with your elbows shoulder width and shoulder height. Then bring your forearms to the side and to the other side. Go back and forth, strongly rotating your shoulders. Try to bring your forearms parallel to the floor. Go once more to each side. And relax your hands down. Sit forward on your chair. Bring your feet right under your knees. Then lift your heels up and then lift your toes. Lift your heels and your toes, your heels and your toes, heels and toes. Bring your feet forward and press your toes to the floor so you're strongly stretching the top of your feet and ankles. Then pull your toes towards you, flexing your feet, and point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex. Then bring your feet back in and sit back in your chair. Extend your arms straight out to the sides. Relax your shoulders down and reach into your fingertips. Then rotate your shoulders, turning your palms up. Spread your fingers wide and flex your wrists, pointing your fingers down towards the floor. Then point your fingers up and point down and up and down and up and down and up. Relax your hands down on your lap. Sit as tall as you can and bring your hands together at your heart. Lift your elbows so you feel a little stretch in your wrists. Then shift your hands over to one side and then shift to the other side. Go back and forth, moving your hands side to side, getting a little twist in through your spine and a stretch in your arms and your wrists. Then relax your hands down and stand up for balances. Stand behind your chair. Bring your feet hip-width apart and parallel. Then come up high onto your toes and rock back to your heels. Go back and forth, coming up onto your toes and then back onto your heels so you're strongly working your feet, ankles, calves, and shins. Then lower your heels down. Turn your feet out and turn your thighs out so your knees are pointing out towards your feet. Then come up high onto your toes, rock back to your heels, come up, rock back, and up, and back. Then turn your feet in, turn your thighs in, come up onto your toes, rock back, lift up, rock back, come up, and back. Then bring your feet back to parallel and step to the side of your chair. Lift your right leg up and rotate your foot around in big circles. Go the other direction and then lower your foot down. Step to the other side. Lift your left leg up and rotate your foot around in big circles. Go the other direction and lower your foot down. Step to the other side. With your right arm and leg, lift up to the front and out to the side and back behind you, and again to the front and the side and back behind you. Step to the other side. With your left arm and leg, lift up to the front and out to the side and back behind you, and again to the front and the side and back behind you. Then step to the other side. Step your right foot forward and your left foot back. Bend your knees a little so you feel a little stretch in your back ankle. Then shift your hips forward, bringing all your weight to the front leg, and shift your hips back, bringing your weight to the back leg. Go forward and back, bringing all of your weight from one leg to the other. Have a very light touch on the chair so your feet and legs are doing most of the work of balancing. Keep your gaze steady and feel the work in your feet, ankles, and legs. This is really great for strengthening your feet and ankles. Then straighten your legs and step to the other side. Step your left foot forward and your right foot back. Bend your knees a little, feeling a stretch in your back ankle. Then shift your hips forward and shift your hips back. And go back and forth, bringing all your weight from one leg to the other. Remember, have a very light touch on the chair. Make your legs and feet do as much of the work of balancing as possible. Then straighten your legs and step to the other side. Bring your right leg out to the side and then turn your thigh out and turn your thigh in. And go back and forth, turning your thigh out and in, strongly working the deep hip rotator muscles. And then lower your foot down and step to the other side. Bring your left leg off to the side and turn your thigh out and turn your thigh in. And go out and in, strongly rotating your thigh. Then lower your leg down and stand behind your chair. Bring your feet a little wider than your hips so you're very stable. Bring your arms out to the sides with your elbows softly bent. Then turn your chest to one side, turning as far as you comfortably can. Come back to center and turn to the other side. Come back to center and go to each side one more time, strongly working the muscles on the sides of your waist and torso, getting a nice twist in through your spine. Then come back to center and relax your arms down. Let your arms hang by your sides and turn your palms out. Then reach your arms out and stretch up. And relax your arms down. Now with the breath, as you inhale, reach your arms up, and exhaling, lower your arms down. Inhaling, reach up. Exhaling, lower down. Reach your arms as high as you can. And one more big breath, reaching up and down. Then step to the side of your chair. Hold on securely to your chair, and with your right leg, make big circles, strongly working your hip joint. Then go the other direction. Lower your leg down and step to the other side. With your left leg, make big circles. Strong hips are really important for balance. Go the other direction. Relax your leg down. Step to the other side. Step your right foot directly in front of your left foot, heel to toe. Stand tall, balancing the weight evenly on both feet. Then shift your hips forward, bringing all your weight to the front foot. And then shift your hips back, bringing all your weight to the back foot. Go forward and back, having a very light touch on the chair, so your feet, ankles, and legs are doing the work of balancing. Then balance your weight evenly on both feet, standing tall. Relax your shoulders down and turn just your head first to one side, then back to center and to the other side, and back to center. Then turn your head, chest, and shoulders to one side, and back to center and to the other side, and back to center. And step to the other side of your chair. Step your left foot directly in front of your right foot. Stand tall, balancing the weight evenly on both feet. Then shift your hips forward, bringing all your weight to the front foot. And shift your hips back, bringing all your weight to the back foot. Go forward and back. Remember, have a light touch on the chair. Feel your feet, ankles, and legs working. Balance your weight evenly on both feet, standing tall. Relax your shoulders down and turn just your head to one side. Come back to center and turn to the other side. and back to center. Then turn your head, chest, and shoulders to one side, and back to center and to the other side. And back to center. And step to the other side of your chair. Lift your right leg up and bring your hand to your outer knee. Stand very tall. Open your leg out to the side, and then bring your leg back. Open wide, and bring your leg back. Release down and step to the other side. Lift your left leg up, stand tall, and open your leg out to the side. Bring your leg back, and open, and back. Release your leg down and sit back in your chair. Lift up one of your hands and make soft little circles with your wrist. Then go the other direction. Then open your hand really wide, stretching your fingers, and squeeze tight, working on grip strength. Open wide and squeeze. Open wide and squeeze. Then bring your other hand up. Make soft little circles with your wrist. And go the other direction. Open your hand wide, stretching your fingers, and squeeze tight. Open wide and squeeze. Open wide and squeeze. Relax your hand down. Lift up one of your legs and lower back down. Lift your other leg up and lower it down. Then add your arms, reaching up high and lower down. And lift and lower, reach high and lower, and just keep it going. Strong thigh muscles and strong, healthy knees are so important for so many things that we do, like walking up and down stairs, getting up and down from chairs, and getting in and out of cars. Do one more with each leg. And relax down. Sit forward in your chair and bring your arms forward as if you're hugging a huge ball, letting your back round. Then sit up really tall, open your arms wide and lift your chest. Hug the ball, rounding your back, and open wide, bringing your arms back. Hug the ball, and open wide, and hug. Then sit up and sit back in your chair. Bring up one of your hands and spread your fingers wide. Then touch your thumb to the base of your little finger and open. Bring your index finger down and open, middle finger, open, ring finger, open, then just your pinky. Bring your other hand up, spread your fingers wide, touch your thumb across to the base of your little finger, and open, index finger, open, middle finger, open, ring finger, open, then just your pinky. Bring your arms up with your elbows bent at 90 degrees. Then rotate your shoulders, bringing your hands and wrists straight back. Then bring them forward and press them back. And up and back, and forward and back. Up and back, forward and back. And one more time. And then relax your hands down. Sit up as tall as you can and bring one hand to each opposite shoulder. Lengthen your spine up and turn your chest to one side, working the sides of your torso. Come back to center and turn to the other side. Come back to center. Go again to the first side. Come back to center and to the second side. And go to each side one more time, strongly working the muscles around your waist and the sides of your torso. Then rest your hands down. Now take your hands and pretend you're getting them wet. Then splash, fast, explosive motion. And go to the side, and the other side, and the ceiling, and your face, and rest your hands down. Extend your arms out to the sides, relax your shoulders down, reach into your fingers, and press your arms back. Then bring your right arm on top, crossing deeply, and open wide, press back. Bring your left arm on top, crossing deeply, open wide, press back. Bring your right arm on top, and open, press back, and your left arm on top. And open, then relax your arms down and stand up for more leg work. Step behind your chair. Step your feet wide, bring your feet a little wider than the chair legs. Turn your feet out and turn your thighs out so your knees are pointing out over your feet. Then bend your knees, bringing them right out over your feet, and straighten your legs. And bend, and straighten, and bend, and straighten, and bend, and straighten. Then bring your feet back, but keep them a little wider than your hips. Extend your arms out to the side, rotate your shoulders, turning your palms up, and reach your arms up. Then side bend to your right. Relax your right arm down, relax your head and neck, and stretch your left arm over. And relax your arm down. Reach your arms out, palms up, stretch your arms up, and side bend to your left. Relax your head and neck, and strongly reach your right arm over, stretching the whole right side of your torso. Come back up, relaxing your arm down. Step to the side of your chair. Bring your feet so they're hip-width apart and parallel to each other. Bend your knees, bringing your knees right out over your feet. Sit back as if you're sitting into a chair. Reach your arms back and lift them up. Sweep your arms forward, straighten your legs, and stretch up. Then come back down, sitting deeply into the chair, reaching your arms back and up. And then sweep your arms forward and reach up high. Sit back down into the chair and reach your arms up. And one more time. Then relax your arms down and stand behind your chair. Stand close to your chair. Step your right foot back and press your back heel to the floor. Bend your front knee, bringing your knee directly over your ankle. Draw your tailbone down, straighten your back leg, have your torso upright. Then sweep your right arm forward, up, and back. And release your hand down to the chair. Straighten your front leg. Hinge at your hips, lengthening out through your spine, lowering your torso down until you find a nice stretch through your legs. Pause and breathe. Slowly come back up and step your back foot forward. Step your left foot back. Press your left heel to the floor and bend your right knee. Straighten your back leg, draw your tailbone down, keep your torso upright. Then with your left arm, sweep it forward, up, and back. Then relax your hand down and straighten your front leg. Hinge at your hips. Lower your torso down until you find the perfect stretch. Lengthen your spine and breathe. Full, smooth breath. Slowly come back up. Step your feet together. Walk both of your feet straight back. Reach your hips back. Straighten your elbows, lengthen your spine, and reach strongly back into your hips, stretching your arms, shoulders, legs, and lengthening your spine. Remember to breathe. Full, smooth breath. Slowly walk back towards your chair. Now for our chest and shoulder stretch. Bring your arms alongside your body. Pull your shoulders back, lift your chest up, and reach your arms back behind you, stretching the front of your chest and shoulders. Then release, looking forward. Stand to the side of your chair and bring your hands to the armrest or the chair seat. Hinge at your hips and lower your torso down until you feel a gentle stretch in your legs. Pause and breathe, patiently stretching your legs. Slowly come back up and sit back in your chair. Sit up nice and tall. Take your right hand to the outside of your left thigh and bring your left arm back behind you wherever you can best hold onto the chair. Lengthen your spine up, draw your shoulders back, lift and broaden your chest, and turn your chest to your left. Work with your breath. As you inhale, sit up taller, and as you exhale, twist a little bit more. Take 2 full breaths, moving a little deeper into the twist with each breath. Slowly untwist. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right thigh, right hand behind you. Sit as tall as you can. Draw your shoulders back. Lift and broaden your chest and turn your chest to your right. As you inhale, sit up taller, and as you exhale, twist a little more. 2 full breaths. Slowly untwist. Sit forward on your chair. Step your feet wide and bring your heels directly under your knees and your feet in line with your thighs. Hold onto the chair seat or rest your hands on your thighs. Sit tall, hinge at your hips, and slowly come forward until you feel a gentle stretch in your hips and lower back. Remember to breathe. Slowly come back up. Bring your feet together and sit back in your chair. Rest your hands on your thighs for relaxation and a short meditation. Close your eyes. Relax and soften your shoulders down. Allow your jaw to go completely slack. Soften the muscles around your eyes. Soften your cheeks and your forehead and let your whole face become very soft with no expression. Soften your throat. Bring your awareness into your breath. Feel your natural breath flowing in and flowing out. See if you can keep your mind gently focused on watching your breath. Watch your breath as it flows into your nostrils, moves down into your lungs, and watch it flowing back out. Let your breath be very relaxed and easy, not trying to change your breath at all, but simply watching. This is the most basic and widespread form of meditation, simply watching the breath. When your mind wanders, as it will, just notice that and bring it back to watching the breath. We'll be here for about 1 minute. Slowly bring your hands together at your heart. If you like, bring to mind something that you feel grateful for. Maybe a friend, a pet, a comfortable bed, or simply having clean air to breathe and water to drink. When we focus on what we feel grateful for, we tend to feel generally happier and more content with our lives. Then slowly open your eyes. Thank you for practicing yoga with me. Have a wonderful day. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and parallel. Feel your feet pressing into the ground as the crown of your head reaches up. Relax your shoulders down and lift and broaden your chest. Broaden through your back ribs so your rib cage is big and barrel-like. Let your breath be full and smooth. Turn your palms out and sweep your arms up. Then turn your palms out and lower down. Inhaling, reach your arms up, and exhaling, lower your arms down. Continue with your breath. Keep your arms strong, as if they're swimming through water. Fill your lungs and empty them completely. Step your feet slightly wider than your hips and bring your arms out to the sides, elbows softly bent. Turn your torso to the right, working the muscles on the sides of your waist and torso. Then come back to center and turn to the left, twisting your spine. Come back to center, go again to the right, and come back to center and to the left. Come back to center and relax your arms down. Bend your knees and reach your hips way back. Then bring them out to the side and forward to the side and back, making big hip circles, just loosening up your hips. And then go in the other direction. Imagine you're inside a huge barrel and your hips are trying to touch the entire inside of the barrel. Now bring your feet hip-width apart and parallel. Bend your knees, bringing your knees directly over your feet, and sit back as if you're sitting into a chair. Reach your arms back and up. Then sweep your arms forward and stretch upwards. Take a big breath in, reaching up, and exhaling, sit back down into the chair. Inhaling, reach up, and exhaling, sit back down. And keep it going with your breath. Make sure that your knees are pointing directly out over your feet when you come down. Keep your breath full and smooth. Try to keep your weight evenly balanced over all four corners of your feet. And then relax your arms down. Reach your left arm forward and up and back. Then reach your right arm forward, up and back. Continue alternating your arms, circling them around as if you're doing a big, slow, deliberate backstroke in the water. Let your spine be fluid, following the movement of your arm. And relax your arm down. Bring your arms out to the sides. Turn your palms up and stretch your arms up. Then side bend to your left. Relax your left arm down, turn your head to look down at the floor, and reach your right arm over, stretching the whole right side of your torso. Come back up and side bend to your right. Relax your head and neck down and reach your left arm over. Come back up and relax your arms down. Now bring your arms to the front, palms facing each other, and stretch your arms up. Draw your tailbone down, lift your chest up, and gently gaze upwards. Stretch up and back, stretching the whole front of your body. Lower your arms down, hinge at your hips, bend your knees, and lower your torso down into ragdoll. Allow your head and neck to hang, feeling a nice stretch in through your lower back. Then press your feet firmly into the floor and roll back up one vertebra at a time. And sit back in your chair. Sit forward on your chair, feet hip-width apart. Bring your arms forward as if you're hugging a huge ball, rounding your spine. Then sit up tall, open your arms wide, reaching them back, and lift your chest, arching your spine. Then hug the ball, rounding your back. Now take a big breath in as you open your arms wide, arching your spine. And exhale as you hug the ball, rounding your spine. Inhaling, open your arms wide. And exhaling, hug the ball. Take one more big breath. And then relax your arms down. Step your feet a little bit wider. Bring your arms forward, holding a big spoon. Hinge at your hips, reaching forward. Then go out to the side and back, and to the other side and forward, as if you're stirring a big pot. Feel the muscles of your torso working as you circle your arms around. Then go the other direction. Bring your feet back just hip-width apart. Place your hands on your shoulders. Then bring your right knee up to meet your left elbow and come back up sitting tall. Bring your left knee up to your right elbow and come back up. Now we'll do this with the breath. Take a big breath in, sitting tall, and as you exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, sitting up. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Inhale, sitting up. Do 2 more with each leg. Sit up tall and bring your elbows back each time you come up. And relax your arms down. Bring your thighs together and sit up tall. Take your right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Then reach your left arm back, twisting your spine. Then bring your left hand to the outside of your right thigh and reach your right arm back. Use the leverage of your arms to help deepen the twist. Now we're going to do some warm-ups for our feet before balances. Bring your feet together and then heel toe your feet out to the side. And walk your feet back in. Walk your feet back out, rotating your ankles, working your feet and ankles strongly, and come all the way back in. Bring your feet hip-width apart. Then lift your heels up, coming high onto your toes, and rock back, lifting your toes. Come up onto your toes, rock back to your heels, and go back and forth from your toes to your heels. Then reach your feet forward and point your toes strongly, stretching the tops of your feet and ankles. Flex your feet and then point and flex and point and flex and keep it going. Bring your feet in a little, resting your heels on the floor. Now look down at your toes and spread them as wide as you can. Sometimes it helps to do a similar movement with your hands to help your toes get the message. Then curl your toes strongly under, working the bottoms of your feet. Then spread your toes wide, curl your toes under, spread your toes, and curl them under. And then stand up for balances. Stand to the side of your chair. Start with your hand resting on the chair. Shift your hips a little to the left so all of your weight is on your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Have a very light touch on the chair or try to lift your hand off the chair. Then rotate your foot around in big circles. And go the other direction. Lower your foot down and step to the other side. Shift your hips so all of your weight is on your right leg and lift your left leg up. Have either a very light touch on the chair or try to take your hand off the chair. Then rotate your foot around in big circles and go the other direction. And lower your foot down. Step to the other side. Step your right foot forward and your left foot back. Bend your knees a little, feeling a stretch in your back ankle. Then shift your weight forward and shift your weight back. Go forward and back, feeling the work and stretch in your feet and ankles. Have a very light touch on the chair, or if you feel steady, try to take your hand off of the chair. You want your feet and legs to do as much of the work of balancing as possible. Then change your feet and step to the other side. Bend your knees a little, feeling a little stretch in your back ankle. Then shift your weight forward and shift your weight back. Vision is very important when balancing, so keep your gaze steady, focusing on something that's not moving. Have your legs and feet doing as much of the work of balancing as you can, using the chair as little as possible. Step to the other side of your chair. Bring your right leg out to the side and lift your leg up. Try to take your hand a little bit off the chair if you can. Then turn your thigh out and turn your thigh in. Go back and forth, strongly turning your thigh out and in, working the deep rotator muscles in your hip. Then release your leg down and step to the other side. Lift your left leg out to the side. Use the chair as little as you can. And then turn your thigh out and turn your thigh in. And go back and forth. See if you can feel your thigh bone rotating in the hip socket. Notice how your standing leg is working just as strongly as your moving leg. Release your leg down. Step to the other side of your chair. Stand with your feet close together. Bring your arms straight out in front of you and step your right foot forward. Shift your weight back onto your left leg. When you feel steady, lift your right leg up. Lower your leg down. Reach your arms out to the side and bring your right leg out to the side. When you feel steady, lift your right leg up. And lower back down. Then step your right foot back behind you, reach your arms back behind you. Shift your weight forward, and when you feel steady, lift your right leg up. And lower down. Step to the other side. Bring your arms to the front and step your left foot forward. Shift your weight back onto your right leg and lift your left leg up, lifting high enough to work the front of your thigh. Lower down, bring your arms out to the sides, bring your left leg out to the side, and lift your left leg up. Then release down and reach your arms back behind you. Step your left foot back behind you. Tip yourself forward a little bit and lift your left leg up. Release down. Stand behind your chair with your hands resting on the chair. Bring your feet hip-width apart and parallel. Then come up onto your toes, balancing, and rock back to your heels. Go back and forth a few times. The next time you come up, raise one of your arms and lower back down. Then lift your other arm up and lower down. You can continue alternating your arms, lifting one up as you come up onto your toes. Or if you feel very steady, try to lift both of your arms up. And relax down. Step to the side of your chair. Lift your right leg up and bring your hand to your knee. Keeping your hips facing straight forward, bring your leg out to the side. You can keep your hand on the chair or try to lift your hand off the chair. Or stretch your arm out to the side for more of a challenge. And then release. Step to the other side. Lift your left leg up, taking your hand to your outer knee and keeping your hips facing forward, open your leg out to the side. Then have either just a very light touch on the chair, or lift your hand up, or stretch your arm out to the side, using your arm as a counterbalance for your leg. And release. Step to the side of your chair for tree pose. Bring your right heel onto your shin, toes on the floor. Keep your hips facing straight forward and turn your right leg out to the side. You can keep your toes on the floor or place your foot up on your calf. You can keep your hand on the chair or bring one or both hands up to your heart, or extend your arms out to the sides, or turn your palms up and raise your arms up. Slowly release and step to the other side. Place your left heel on your shin, toes on the floor. Keep your hips facing forward and turn your left leg out to the side. Keep your toes on the floor or place your foot on your calf. You can keep your hand on the chair or bring one or both hands to your heart, or out to the sides, or turn your palms up and raise your arms up. Slowly release. Now stand a few feet behind your chair. Bring your arms out to the sides. Step one foot back. Then slowly tip yourself forward, lifting your foot off the floor. Use your arms to help you balance. Come back up. Rest your arms and step your other foot back. Bring your arms out to the sides. Slowly tip yourself forward. Then come back up. Now we're going to do some big moving balances. Step one foot forward and step the other foot back. Bring your weight onto your front leg, lifting your back leg up behind you. Then step to your back leg and lift your front leg up. Go back and forth, finding a comfortable rhythm for yourself. Then add your arms, reaching them forward as you step forward and back as you step back. Go back and forth. As you get more comfortable with this, let your movements be bigger. Then change your feet. Step onto your front leg, lifting your back leg up, and step to your back leg, lifting your front leg, and go back and forth. Then add your arms, reaching them forward as you step forward, and back as you step back. Strive for smooth, controlled, big movements. Now step your feet a little wider than your hips. Shift your weight over to the left and lift your right leg out to the side. Then step to your right foot and lift your left leg out. And go back and forth. Then, when you feel steady, add your arms. As you get more comfortable with this, try to make your movements bigger, lifting your leg higher and reaching out and lifting your arm higher. Smooth, controlled movement. And then just step your feet out a little bit and sit back in your chair. Bring your arms out to the side with your elbows bent. Press your elbows back, working your upper back and the backs of your arms and shoulders and opening your chest. Then bring your arms forward, pressing your elbows together. Inhaling, open your arms wide, pressing them back, and exhaling, press your elbows together. Keep it going. Emphasize the inhale, pressing your arms back, using the strength of your upper back to open your chest. Then keep your arms out to the sides and rotate your shoulders, bringing your hands and wrists straight back, then bring them forward and press them back, and go back and forth. Try to keep your upper arms fairly stationary in space and strongly rotate your shoulders. Work on increasing your range of motion. And relax your hands down. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears, roll them back, lower them down, bring them forward and up and back and down, making big shoulder rolls. Allow your spine to move however it wants to move. Then go the other direction. Now open your hands wide, stretching your fingers, and then squeeze your hands tight. Open wide and squeeze, open wide and squeeze. Open your hands wide and bring just your thumb to the base of your little finger. Open wide, bring your index fingers down. Open your middle fingers down. And open, ring fingers, open, and then just your pinkies. And open. Relax your hands down. Bring your arms out to the sides and turn your palms to face up. Flex your wrists, pointing your fingers down towards the floor. Then point your fingers up. Rotate your shoulders around and press out into your palms. Pull your hands in, raise your arms up, press out through your palms. Pull your hands in, rotate your shoulders around, press out. Pull your hands in, raise your arms straight up, press your palms up to the ceiling, and relax your arms down. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms out, and reach your arms up. Straighten your elbows and press your upper arms towards your ears. Press up into the index finger side of your hands. Release down. Before you let go, look at your hands, notice which index finger's on top, and then intertwine your fingers with the other index finger on top. Turn your palms out and raise your arms up. Lengthen your spine, straighten your arms, and press up into the index finger side of your hands. Release down. Bring your arms out to the sides, reach into your fingers, and press your arms back. Then bring your right arm on top, crossing your arms deeply. Open wide, press back. Bring your left arm on top, cross deeply. Open wide, press back. Bring your right arm on top again, cross deeply, then bring your forearms up and bring your left fingers to your right palm. Reach your elbows away from you and breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. And release down. Bring your arms out, press them back. Bring your left arm on top, crossing deeply. Bring your forearms up and bring your right fingers to your left palm. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. Release, and then very gently circle your shoulders around, loosening them up again. Place your chair at one end of your mat, with all four legs of the chair on your mat and the seat facing your mat. Step your feet fairly wide and turn your feet out. Turn your thighs out so your knees face out over your feet. Bend your knees, bringing them right out over your feet, and straighten your legs. Reach your arms up and then lower them down as you bend your knees. And then straighten your legs, coming back up. Take a big breath in, reaching up, and exhaling, come down. Inhaling, come up, and exhale, go down, moving with your breath. Put a little more weight as you do this on the outer edges of your feet to keep your knees tracking right out over your feet. It's very important for the health of your knee joints. And lower your arms down. Step your feet back together. Now, for the next one, you may want to have a second chair alongside your mat to hold on to help steady yourself. So make sure the back of your second chair is facing your mat. Stand a few inches behind your chair. Bring your hands together at your heart and take a nice big breath. Then sweep your arms wide and lift your arms up into an upward salute. Press your palms lightly together as you lift your chest and reach your arms up. Sweep your arms wide, hinge at your hips, and bring your hands to the chair seat. Gently lower your torso down, hinging at your hips, finding the perfect stretch for your legs. Take a couple of full, smooth breaths. Straighten your arms, coming at part way. Step your left foot forward a few inches and step your right foot back. Come up and place one hand on the second chair if you like. Press your back foot firmly into the floor and turn your hips towards the chair. Lengthen your tailbone down and bend your front knee, bringing it directly over your heel. Turn your chest towards the chair. Extend one or both arms out to the sides. Rotate your shoulders, turning your palms up, and reach your arms up into Warrior One. Keep your back leg straight and stretch up into your arms. Then straighten your front leg. Bring your hands down to the chair seat and step your foot back for down dog at the chair. Bring your feet hip-width apart and parallel. Spread your fingers wide and press your palms down onto the chair seat. Reach back through your hips, having a long straight line from your hands through your hips. Straighten your elbows. Lift your forearms up away from the floor and soften your chest down towards your feet. Full, smooth breath. Now bring your shoulders forward right over your wrists for plank pose. If this bothers your wrists, hold onto the sides of your chair. Use your core muscles to help you keep your whole body straight and strong. Press your hips back into down dog. Lengthen back through your spine. Step your right foot forward and bring your left heel to the floor and come up to straight legs using the second chair if you like. Press your back heel to the floor and turn your hips towards the chair. Draw your tailbone down and bend your front knee, bringing it directly over your ankle. Turn your chest towards the chair. Extend one or both arms out to the sides. Turn your palms up and reach your arms up. Keep your back leg straight and turn your chest towards the chair. Take a big breath. Then straighten your front leg, lower your arms, bring your hands to the chair seat, and step your back foot forward into a forward bend. Full, smooth breath. Then come all the way up into an upward salute, reaching your arms up. And then bring your hands to your heart in Namaste. Sweep your arms out to the sides and lift your chest up into an upward salute. Open your arms wide, hinge at your hips, and come into a forward bend. Step your left foot forward a few inches and your right foot back and come up to straight legs. Press your back heel firmly into the floor and turn your hips towards the chair. Keep your legs straight and strong. Bring one or both hands onto your hips. Then hinge at your hips, slowly folding forward. Bring one hand at a time onto the chair seat. Lengthen your spine and slowly lower your torso down until you find the perfect stretch for your legs. Pause and breathe. Slowly come back up and step back for down dog. Feet hip-width apart and parallel. Keep your spine long and straight. Reach back into your hips and breathe. Bend your knees if you like. Bring your shoulders forward into plank, using your core muscles to help you keep your body straight and strong. Then press back into down dog. Step your right foot forward, bring your left heel to the mat, and come up to straight legs. Square your hips to the front and bring one or both hands onto your hips. Hinge at your hips, slowly coming forward. Bring one hand at a time onto the chair seat and slowly lower your torso down, finding the perfect stretch for your legs. Slowly come back up. Bring your right foot back a few inches, step your left foot forward, and come down into a forward bend. Come all the way up, lifting your arms up into an upward salute, and bring your hands together at your heart in Namaste. Now for the next standing poses, move your second chair out of the way and place your other chair in front of your mat to steady yourself if you need to. I'm going to demonstrate without it so you can better see what I'm doing, so just imagine that the chair is there. Step your feet apart for Warrior Two. Bring your feet parallel to each other and symmetrically placed on the mat. The wider your feet are, the more challenging this pose will be. Turn your right foot in and your left foot all the way out. Press your right foot firmly down and firm the front of your thigh. Bend your left knee, bringing your knee directly over your ankle. Bring your left hand to the outside of your thigh and press your thigh firmly into your hand to keep your knee over your ankle. Turn your chest forward. Lengthen up through both sides of your waist. Then extend one or both arms out to the sides. Turn your head to look past your left hand. Keep your legs strong and active. your spine lengthening up, your arms reaching out to open your chest. Straighten your leg, lower your arms, and bring your feet back to parallel. Turn your left foot in and your right foot all the way out. Press your left foot firmly to the floor and firm your left thigh. Bend your right knee, bringing it directly over your ankle. Place your hand on your outer thigh and press your thigh into your hand to keep your knee over your ankle. Lengthen up through both sides of your waist. Extend one or both arms out to the sides and turn to gaze past your right hand. Keep your legs strong, arms active, torso lifted. Straighten your leg and walk your feet back in, and then step your feet out a little. Now step your feet wide again for triangle pose. Turn your right foot in and your left foot all the way out. Keep your right hand on the chair and bring your left hand to your hip crease. Then tip your whole pelvis over, lengthening your spine, gently pressing your hips to the right. And then come back up. Now you can keep your hand on the chair, or if you feel steady, extend your arms out to the sides. Tip your pelvis over, bring your left hand wherever it comfortably goes, and reach your right arm up. Lengthen your spine and stretch out into your arms. Remember to breathe. To come up, reach your top arm up to pull you out of the pose. Bring your feet back to parallel. Turn your left foot in and your right foot all the way out. Keep your left hand on the chair, bring your right hand to your hip crease, and then tip your whole pelvis over, lengthening your spine and gently pressing your hips to the left. Slowly come back up. Then you can keep a hand on the chair or extend your arms out to the sides. Tip your pelvis over and bring your right hand wherever it comfortably goes. Stretch your left arm up, lengthen your spine, keep your chest open and your legs strong. To come up, reach strongly up with your top arm to pull you out of the pose. Then step your feet back together and sit back in your chair. Cross your right leg over your left. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee with your palm facing out. With your right hand, hold onto the chair behind you. Sit up very tall, draw your shoulders back, lift and broaden your chest, and turn your chest to your right. Work with your breath, sitting up a little taller with each inhale, and twisting a little more with each exhale. Use your arms for leverage to help you get more twist through your spine. and slowly release. Uncross your leg. Bring your left leg over your right. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee, palm facing out. Left hand holding onto the chair behind you. Sit up very tall. Draw your shoulders back. Lift and broaden your chest and turn your chest to your left. Work with your breath, sitting up taller with each inhale, twisting a little more with each exhale, so every breath carries you deeper into the twist. Slowly release and uncross your leg. Bring your right shin near your ankle onto your left thigh. Bring your left hand onto your ankle and your right hand on your thigh. Gently press your right thigh down. Sit up tall, hinge at your hips, and slowly fold forward, finding a nice stretch in your right outer hip. Take a couple of full breaths. Slowly come back up. Now place your left shin on your right thigh, right hand on your ankle, left hand on your thigh. Gently press your left thigh down. Sit up very tall, hinge at your hips, and slowly come forward. Find the perfect stretch for your hips. Take a couple of full, smooth breaths. And slowly come back up. Now sit forward on your chair and step your feet wide. Bring your heels directly under your knees and your feet in line with your thighs. Sit tall, hinge at your hips, and lower your torso down, bringing your fingers to the floor. Take several breaths here. With every exhale, allow your torso to release down towards the floor. Let your head and neck hang and relax completely. Slowly come back up. Bring your feet together and sit back in your chair and make yourself comfortable for relaxation. Rest your hands on your thighs and let your arms relax. Close your eyes. Soften your shoulders down. Bring your awareness into your face and let your jaw go completely slack. Keep your lips together and let your teeth part slightly. Soften the muscles all around your eyes. Soften your cheeks and your forehead. Let your whole face become very soft and relaxed. Soften your throat. Allow your shoulders to release down. Bring your awareness into your breath and feel your natural breath flowing in and flowing out. See if you can keep your mind gently focused on watching your breath. Watch the breath as it flows in through your nostrils, down into your lungs, and watch it flowing back out. Let your breath be very relaxed and easy, not trying to change your breath at all, but simply watching. This is the most basic and widespread form of meditation, simply watching the breath. When your mind wanders, as it will, just notice that and bring it back to watching the breath. We'll be here for about a minute. Now slowly bring your hands together at your heart. And if you like, bring to mind something you feel grateful for. Maybe a friend, a pet, a comfortable home, or simply having clean air to breathe and water to drink. When we focus on what we feel grateful for, we tend to feel generally happier and more content with our lives. Thank you for practicing yoga with me. Have a wonderful day.